Good evening, everyone. This is Marcia with Gnoshery Libertas for this evening's Sanctuary, episode 34, August 22nd, 2022, take two. Because thank God for Mitzi, we found out I wasn't recording the first, 4 minutes of this transmission. So, ironically, or perhaps not so, tonight's theme is called Calling in a Change of Plans. And I had spoken a few minutes earlier about how the previous week's transmissions throughout the month of August was all about this electrified energy, these light codes that were streaming in an accelerated way onto the planet, which, if we were open to receive them, i.e., we're connected to ourselves, we're present, we're in nature, we're, meditating or finding this type of soul inquiry or devotion where we're allowing ourselves to be receptive to them, then we may find ourselves in a time of thriving with a lot of inspiration and creative flow. Likewise, Spirit said this month is accelerating in such a way that we may find ourselves kind of overturned by it or overwhelmed by it. And so we've been really encouraged throughout this month to slow our roll, to observe the spectacle, which is to stay out of the drama, and to rise above interference. And we kept getting the phrase, man plans, God laughs. And that will be coming up again in its own way throughout tonight's transmission. And for those of you who have just tuned in for the first time to Sanctuary, this is a place where we come together every week to connect like hearts, to connect like spirits, to bring ourselves together in an alchemical cauldron that allows us to connect to the divine, both within us and also together, where it becomes an even stronger container and allows us to bring this energy forward, hopefully energies of peace and healing and integration into our week to come. So I had talked a few minutes earlier that the theme tonight from Spirit, or the transmission, is calling in a change of plans. And the sense here from Spirit was that this might not be a calling in on the conscious or personality level. In fact, to the personality self, it could feel like abruptness, or, even to the ego, like we didn't get what we wanted. And yet we have to trust, Spirit said, that both personally and collectively right now, we are calling in a change of plans. And this is actually a really good thing. Tonight's transmission has a lot of lyrics, and sometimes Spirit finds that that is the best way to communicate some of these more abstract concepts of what's really going on. So the very first lyrics tonight are, is there a way we can rise up from the wreckage we've become? We'll watch the sky light up with rainbow-colored ashes turned to dust. And the feeling I got from Spirit as these lyrics were activated was the human being really desiring to know itself fully, to be able to understand what the wreckage is, first of all, and then to find a way to know itself as it begins to rise up from this wreckage. And this is both what's happening to us individually, but also collectively. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to make sure we've got everybody muted. Okay. So is there a way we can rise up from the wreckage we've become? We'll watch the sky light up with rainbow-colored ashes turned to dust. And Spirit really encouraging us that these rainbow-colored ashes is simply the parts of ourselves that we need to allow to depart, that we need to allow to consciously die, because they are no longer serving the soul. And we talked about this calling in a change of plans. Well, that can feel, like I said, very abrupt to the human self. And so Spirit will always give us the supporting energies that help us to navigate whatever the frequencies are on the planet in the given moment that we are tuning in. And our supporting energies for tonight begin with co-creation with Spirit. And once again, this feeling of not engaging in the drama, both out in the world, but also with any internal conflict that is happening, that is kind of keeping us spun in a loop rather than allowing us to drop into our present most receptive state. We're encouraged to do what we love and to really understand fully that relaxation equals transformation. And I will talk about that a little bit further as the call goes on. but I'm going to give it a moment to open the floor, specifically around the energies of calling in a change of plans.